Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm joining you today from our garage as we have just sold the SQ5. Now that's exciting because it means the RS6 will be here very soon, but that's not going to be the topic for today's video. I don't consider myself a car buying or selling expert, but I wanted to share a few things that I learned through this particular sale which I wasn't expecting and might be things to consider when you're next selling your car. Before we do, let's wind the clock back and get the car prepped and ready for sale. So we just arrived at Crystal Glass. One of the things which is a bit of a pain about living in Alberta in the winter is the rock chips that they put down just to keep the road safe with all the snow. Tend to be pretty big and they can destroy windshields. We are quite lucky. We've had the SQ5 for about 6 years, maybe just a little bit over. Got lots of chips on the windscreen, but we've not had a crack yet, which is awesome. But before we sell it, I think it's always the right thing to do to try and do a little bit of repair work, and there's a couple of ones on the windshield from last winter that could do with a little bit of work, so we'll see what the guys here at Crystal Glass can do. I'll take a couple of before and after shots so you can take a look at the work they've done. So I'd planned to do another piece to camera right after the work had been done, but the reason I didn't is because this was the result. A minor stone chip had become a 2-inch crack. And this brings me on to my first learning. Repairing the stone chips before selling the car might have been the right thing to do, but on reflection, I probably should have left it. They'd been on the windshield for over 12 months, so had been through a summer and winter temperature cycle. They were stable, and the repair work obviously weakened one of them. I don't have any complaints about the work done. I know there's always a chance chips can be made worse when people work on the windshield, but the lesson for me here is to think more carefully about windshield repairs, especially before selling a car, as ultimately this cost us around 500 Canadian on the original offer price. Let's head out now to finalise the sale. So today is the last day with the SQ5. We've just got to Honda West and this is where we're selling it after 6 and a bit years and 95,000 kilometers. It's been a great car, only one issue really over the 6 years that we've had it, and that was within I think the first month of us owning it. Since then it's been extremely reliable, done lots of good miles to and from the mountains in the summer and the winter. So sad to see it go, lots of good memories from the car, but super excited of course because it's making room for the RS6. Let me share a little context around the sale. I didn't want to sell the SQ5 privately, and I was willing to lose a bit on the sale price for the benefit of a straightforward and easy sale. The plan originally was to trade it in with Audi, but here is the second learning that I have for you. Make sure you do your research if you're planning to trade in your existing vehicle, as the original dealership may not be offering you a great price. Now, this is not necessarily because they're trying to pull your pants down, but more so because when the car is their own brand, they are locked into the pre-owned program, which incurs a bunch of costs for them, potentially up to $5,000. And as you can imagine, that comes straight off the offer price to you. So what can you do? Assuming you want to avoid the hassle of selling privately, shop around at other dealerships and see what they'll offer you. This is Kiki from Honda West who looked after us, and they offered $6,000 more than Audi before even seeing the car, so it was a no-brainer to sell the car to them. The other thing to watch out for is dealerships that seem to hold back information regarding the sale. Here's the information that Kiki provided me, which is standard for all of their customer car purchases and allowed me to understand their process and get me comfortable with the price offered. First up is the Carfax report, so I can see the full history of the car. We owned it from new, so nothing of interest this time. Secondly is a list of cars with the same spec and year as our SQ5, which are currently on sale across the country with their mileage and asking price, so great for a comparison. And finally, this is the document I really appreciated, their vehicle valuation showing what the car will list for, the margin they are targeting, and the work they plan to do to the car to get it ready for sale. At this point, if I felt the offer price wasn't fair based on the information, I still had the opportunity to back out. Now, not every garage will provide this level of info, but they are out there, and once you find them, these are the folks that you want to sell your car to. Doing your research up front really pays off. This last learning is a real quick one. If you have minor paint damage on your car and you're getting ready to sell it, rather than leaving it or going through the expense of having a body shop complete the work, find the paint colour from the manufacturer and then look for a car paint pen to repair the damage so it's no longer visible. These pens are available online or from repair shops. It's important to match the exact colour and then also to get the clear coat pen to finish it once the paint is dry. We had a few spots of paint damage which contributed in bringing the sale price down, maybe by another $500, and if I'd been on the ball I could have repaired these myself for under $30 and kept the resale value higher. It's a 10 to 20 minute job depending on the extent of the damage, but could increase the sale value by a couple of $100 or even more, so it's well worth your time. A big thanks for tuning in. We're closing in on 500 subscribers at the time of recording this video, which marks a really meaningful milestone for the channel. So thank you for all of your support to date. We'll be back with another video very soon.